welcome back as we get more analysis on TikTok's shutdown in the US and where this ban could potentially lead to. We're joined by Curran, a professor of cybersecurity, faculty of computing and engineering and the built environment, and that's at Ulster University in Northern Ireland. Kevin, hello. Now, I want to ask first, how has TikTok as an app changed in the 5 years since Mr. Trump first warned of its dangers?
Yes, TikTok is being seen as a national security threat under two guises. One is the amount of information it gathers, including IP addresses, things which are done in the app. This is seen as being too intrusive with the 170 million US users of the app. And the other side is that they see it as potentially a tool for propaganda, for misinformation, that it has influence on the US population as well. So they're seeing it from two sides. One is the sheer amount of information which is being collected, and the other is whether it could be repurposed for political influence within the country.
Well, security is certainly a concern. I want to come to that. But first, I wanted to ask TikTok saying they would work with Trump on this. What needs to happen next by way of progress to a viable deal?
Yes, already within the US, TikTok is taken down from the App Store on both iPhone devices and Google devices, Android devices. So there is a 90-day extension which Donald Trump can give and that comes under if it's seen that ByteDance, the owners of TikTok, are looking to divest and sell it to a US entity. So that is one thing he can do. And we know that Xu Zhu, the CEO of TikTok, is actually attending the inauguration. So it's possible that something could be reached there. In other words, that maybe Donald Trump, even though he initially, a number of years ago, was the first to pose the ban of TikTok. So we'll see whether anything can be reached in this regard again, but it seems that it has to be sold to a US entity. Now, they have tried in the past to allay security concerns by setting up under a project called Project Texas, where they stored all the information relating to the US version of the TikTok app on servers within the United States. But it seems that some data was still being leaked from the United States back to China. And of course, one of the key concerns the US have, or at least they state they have, is that under national security laws in China, any company is forced and can be compelled to share information with the Chinese government. And ultimately, that lies at the heart of any fears that the US have about surveillance.
Absolutely. But one thing's for sure. Big tech will be watching closely as they chart this business path amid a second Trump presidency. What will they be looking out for in terms of this case and its larger impact on the tech landscape?
We have actually, the United States have banned some semiconductor and some machines which make semiconductors, again, being exported to China because they fear that China will use it for advancing AI. Likewise, China have responded and that they've banned many substances which are used for the generation of semiconductors. Again, China actually owns 94% of gallium, which is a core component of semiconductors again. So we are seeing a mutual banning of technologies owned by each side. Again, and we've seen as well that, of course, in China, your iPhone is pretty useless once you land there. You can't use Dropbox, Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, you name it. That, in other words, there's so many Western software which is banned in China. So again, it looks like maybe the United States are trying to replicate what already happens in China. But what we can see is probably more software wars happening.
Right. Yeah, because I was going to ask who the winners and losers are in this particular case. And ultimately, where does it leave US-China relations?
due to the semiconductor ban, which is mutual really, and some of the components again, that they are fighting this tech war again. That and also in the wake of worries and fears about Taiwan again, which is a crucial part of the entire global semiconductor manufacturing process again, with the largest semiconductor manufacturer based in Taiwan again. And of course, semiconductors are crucial for the technology of the entire world again, powering everything from our airplanes to your fridges to AI again, which is becoming a real race to see who can really build the most intelligent AI as again. So it's going to be a continuation again, where the two superpowers really battle it out to gain dominance within the field of AI and within the field of technology.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your thoughts. Kevin Curran, Professor of Cybersecurity, Faculty of Computing and Engineering and the Built Environment at Ulster University. Many thanks. And that's it for Asia Tonight. Don't forget your headlines at cna.asia, or you can check them out at Facebook, YouTube as well. Good night.